Good morning, students. Today we will start with another topic, that is electric motor. Now, what is an electric motor? An electric motor is a rotating device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Now, the principle on which electric motor works is that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field and current is passed through it, two equal and opposite forces act on the conductor, which rotates it continuously. Now let us see the construction part of the electric motor. It consists of 5 parts. First is the armature. This is called an armature. Here what you will find, armature means it consists of a rectangular coil ABCD of insulated copper wire. Second is the strong field magnet, means armature coil is placed between two poles, north and south pole, of a strong magnet, and this magnet produces strong magnetic field. So this magnet produces a strong magnetic field. Third is the split ring. This is called the split ring. This you find here P and Q. This P and Q are the split rings. These are the split rings, which is also known as commutator. It consists of two halves of the same metallic ring. One metallic ring is cut into two equal halves, and that is why it is called a split ring. It is divided part. The inner sides, the inner sides of these halves are insulated and attached to the axle. This is the axle which rotates. The two ends of the armature coil, this coil, you see here the ends A and D. So the two ends of the armature coil are connected to the two halves of the split rings, which also rotate with the armature coil. So when the armature coil rotates, the split rings also rotate along with it. Fourth is the brushes. Here you will find that here it is the X and Y are the brushes. These are the conducting brushes which are fixed in such a way that they constantly touch this X and Y. They constantly touch the split rings, that is the commutators P and Q. These brushes are act as the contacts between the split rings and the terminals of the battery. Fifth part is the battery, which is connected across the conducting brushes, and this battery supplies the current to the armature coil. So I repeat once again, there are 5 parts. First is the armature coil, that is the rectangular coil of insulated copper wire. Then second is the strong field magnet produced by the two poles of the magnet. Third is the split rings, which is made up of which is of the same metallic ring P and Q. They are attached to the axle and to the ends of the two ends of the armature coil. They rotate along with the armature coil. Number 4, X and Y. These are the conducting brushes which are in constantly touch with the split rings. And these brushes act as the contact between the commutator. These split rings are called the commutators. I will tell you why do we call it commutators later. And the terminals of the battery. These are the terminals of the battery. And battery is connected across the conducting brushes, and this battery supplies the current to the armature coil. Now let us understand the working of the electric motor. When current in the coil ABCD enters from the source battery, it is the source, battery is the source. So when the current starts entering from the battery through conducting brush X, arm AB and CD experience magnetic force. This is the direction of the magnetic field, which is here you will find out this is the direction of the magnetic field. So now the current between BC and AD are parallel. You can see it is parallel to the magnetic field, and we have learnt in the previous class that when the current carrying conductor is placed parallel to the magnetic field, no force acts, and the arms AB and CD are perpendicular to the magnetic field. So arms AB and CD experience force. So the current in arm AB of the coil flows from A to B, and in arm CD it flows from C to D, that is in the downward direction. So the current flowing from A to B is opposite to the direction of current through CD. Now applying Fleming's left hand rule. You all have learned about Fleming's left hand rule in the last class, that if the arm, on applying Fleming's left hand rule, we find that the arm AB of the coil experience a force in the downward direction. It is experiencing force in the downward direction because the direction of the magnetic field is this way and the current is flowing in this direction. So the direction of the force will be in the downward direction or away. Now the force acting on arm AB pushes it downwards, while the force on arm CD just opposite, because the current is moving in the downward direction here, so the force acting on arm CD pushes it upwards. Both these forces are equal but opposite in direction. Thus the coil and the axle rotates in anti-clockwise direction. It starts rotating in anti-clockwise direction. At half rotation, that is when the armature coil turns through 180 degree, just 180 degree when it turns, it comes in the middle position, just half. This means what? That CD comes here and AB goes this side. Then this brush Q, Q makes contact. Now because CD is coming now here it is C, it becomes D, and here it is B and A, just the reverse. In this case what will you find? That Q was here with this, the split ring will also come this side. So now split ring comes here Q and here becomes P. So Q gets in contact with brush X and P with brush Y. Therefore, the current in the coil also gets reversed, because now the current starts flowing from D, C, B and A. Earlier it was from A, B, C, D. Now because of the reversal of the direction of the current starts flowing from D, C, B, A. Thus, the split ring, this split ring PQ, reverses the direction of the current, because now this Q is in touch with brush X and P is in touch with Y. This is why split ring are called commutators, because commutators reverses the direction of the current. As we all have learnt in the previous class, that the reversal of current also reverses the direction of force acting on the two arms AB and CD. Now what will happen? Just the reverse will happen. Now the arms AB, which was earlier in the downward direction, now because its position has changed, so now this arm AB will come in the upward direction and the arm CD will be pushed in the downward direction. This reversing of the current is repeated at each half rotation. After every half rotation, you will find that there is a reversal of the direction of current. And this reversal of direction of current gives rise to a continuous rotation of a coil and to the axle. So if someone asks you what is the function of armature? So the function of armature is to convert electrical energy to mechanical energy. What is the function of a commutator? the commutator reverses the direction of current, and in electric motor, split rings act as commutator. What is the function of brushes? To make contact with the split rings to supply current to the armature or coil of the electric motor. This is the working of the electric motor and the functions of various parts of the electric motor. Here, when we are learning about electric motor, we have taken a single insulated copper wire or armature of single coil. But when we talk of commercial motors, you will find that commercial motors use an electromagnet in place of permanent magnet. Then, large number of turns of the conducting wire in the current carrying coil. A soft iron core is used on which the coil is wound. These are the various things which the commercial motors use, and as a result, the power of commercial motors is enhanced or increases. Now there are various uses of electric motors. It is used in hair dryers, electric fans, tape recorders, blowers, cranes, then washing machines, mixers and blenders, refrigerators, etc. So this is the topic of electric motor which we have covered. What is electric motor? What are its principles? What are its various parts? Functions of various parts? Working of electric motor. So students, go thoroughly through the notes, write down in your physics copy and read the book thoroughly. Thank you.